What's up, everybody? A couple days ago, I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me a couple questions to make a Q&A YouTube video out of it. And so here's some of the questions. So one of the most popular questions, which is understood, was kind of why Temple, and what other schools were talking to me, and then kind of how that transfer process was like. So I was in the portal for, 5 months, maybe a little less. So throughout my time in the portal, I was in contact with a couple schools, such as Virginia, Cal, Hawaii, UTEP, Michigan State, and then obviously Temple. I guess what kind of set Temple aside from the other schools were that I was really in contact with the whole Temple coaching staff, and they made it evident from the get-go that they wanted to build a strong relationship with me and my family, and that I feel like they'll be able to utilize my talents to the best their abilities, and I can reach my full potential at that institution, as well as getting a great degree. So the second most frequently asked question, other than the Temple question, was about QB1. A couple guys asked, do you watch yourself on QB1 sometimes? What was it like filming and being part of QB1? I think the whole filming process and being on the show was a great experience, something I don't regret doing at all. If anything, I'm blessed to just see, how that type of media and that, world of filming works. Seeing how some narratives can be set and, how editing works. And it's interesting because now I'll watch reality TV and I'll see some stuff and I'm like, what, it probably honestly didn't go down like that. Or maybe it did. It just depends, because I know, like on QB1, some stuff wasn't shown, which made it kind of better for TV in a sense. But once you're actually the person in the show, you're kind of like, wait a second, I don't know if it went like that. But all in all, it was a good time. I really enjoyed it. Next question is going to be, how many plays are in a college playbook? I think based on your college and the offense, the type of offense you run, it varies. And then there's like the same play ran different ways with different motions and stuff like that. So I think, a lot more plays if you count that way, or there is a lot more plays if you count that way. But shoot, I think there's probably, like, concept-wise, like pass plays, probably 30-ish. I guess that's including like red zone too, because there's a lot of different concepts you can run down there. But it's just how you dress it up, and I think that's what really separates like collegiate and NFL. Actually, any OC for that matter, is how they dress up a play. Because at the end of the day, I mean, there's 9 routes that are ran, so it really just depends like that. So the next question is some tips to gain weight and how to get fast. So I'm kind of in the process of gaining weight while trying to stay fast. Some things that I do is I try to make sure my calorie intake daily is high. I try to get about 4 meals in me of quality food. And then for like speed, there are a variety of different exercises and types of drills you can do, from running hills to pulling sleds to parachute running. And obviously like footwork drills if you're trying to get your feet faster in that aspect. But I run hills a lot, resistance training, and obviously lifting too. You're gonna need to lift a lot and eat a lot, right? That's how you get heavier. That's how you turn that fat into muscle. And then you also want to incorporate some cardio in there so that your lung capacity stays good. So the next question is advice to smaller quarterbacks. I think the best advice I could give would be to try to maximize your best qualities. If you're not the tallest quarterback, it is what it is, but you can strive to be the smartest and perhaps the most athletic. So I think that'd probably be my best advice for a smaller size quarterback. So this question comes from Dorian14_. Go ahead and follow him. Subscribe to his YouTube. He says, make sure you shout out who put you on YouTube. Now, I've been thinking about doing this YouTube thing for a while, and I remember I was posting like this Instagram series, which I'm still doing, but he had commented like, why don't you just make a YouTube? And I really needed that comment, not gonna lie, because I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and as soon as he said that, I was like, send it, let's do it. And now we're here. The next question is, what is your advice to a student athlete? I'm going to answer this question from the perspective of a QB freshman in college, like what to expect type of thing. I think going into college, you need to prioritize your time as best as you can. Obviously you're there for, if you're on scholarship or you're playing a sport, you're there for that sport, but you're also there to get your degree in whatever field that you're passionate about. I think going into college, knowing what you want to do is a good thing because you can start off on the right track and the right path to get there, but it's not the end of the world if you don't really know what you want to do as far as what you want to study. As soon as you get there, you have your first year or two to figure it out. And then from an athletic standpoint, it's going to take up every day, depending on what sport you play, but at least 4 to 5 hours a day. That's probably like off season. During season, you're watching film, practicing lifting weights, doing extra stuff on the side to, get better so that you can perform on, game day. So I think just going into college, you need to prepare yourself that, that high school life, all that freedom, all that free time you had, that's over. You need to, dial in on what's really important, and that's going to be getting your degree and then hopefully winning a championship. So the next question is, why number 11? For those of you that don't know, I was 11 my whole life up until I went to Iowa State, where I was number 6 for the last 2 years, but I'm excited to bring back 11 at Temple. So the next question is, you ready to try some Philly cheesesteaks? I am, really excited to get to Philadelphia, try some of that, native food, what originated there. Also excited just to get to work, meet some new teammates, create long-lasting friendships there, and focus on week 1 versus Miami. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and God bless.